All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Destiny conversation is heating up. It's heating up, boys. And today, in this video, we're going to go over what is going on with Destiny and the petition that is currently at 206,627 official signatures, which is pretty interesting. And I was going to go over this anyway because I had plans to check it out because I had said I was going to. But I especially felt like going over it because I essentially got accused of grifting, which, you know, I love that stuff. It happens quite often, and it's great. We love to see it. I got tagged by Stream Hero over on X, who said the following. Hypnotic, I saw your video. Bungie just imploded their own fan base. And I find it disrespectful that you will mock fans for their passion and grief over the announcement of Destiny 2 ceasing active development. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video, okay? So first and foremost, in my previous video that I made about Destiny and covering the situation that was happening, I didn't mock Destiny fans. What I said was that I don't understand why people are shedding physical tears over a video game. Me personally, no matter how attached I've ever been to a game, I just never been to that point. I never shed physical tears over a video game, okay? I'll give you a couple of examples. Some of them I gave in my last video. This guy probably didn't get that far, so he never probably saw that part. But some examples I'll give you is, let's talk about World of Warcraft, right? World of Warcraft, thousands of hours in that game, okay? An ungodly amount of hours in that game. I ended up quitting that game because the developers just weren't giving me what I wanted with the game, unfortunately. After Wrath of the Lich King, I gave them a chance with Cataclysm, but when Mr. Pandaria came out, you can clearly see that was not going to work for me. So I checked out, and yeah, I was very attached to that game. Thousands of hours, I had world-first raids, I had everything possible.
Just saying.
I agree, but it's okay. We're not going to bully them. We're just going to explain our situation. So, I had thousands of hours in that game. Same thing with Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI, I had thousands of hours in that game too. Ended up quitting that game for World of Warcraft. I was actually playing them side by side for a little bit. The point is, I did hardcore raiding. I did everything. I was heavily invested. More invested than most people would be in a video game. With server first, Draenei, Shaman level something. I forgot what it was in Wrath of the Lich King. Server first, Yogg Saron, Zero Keepers. If you played World of Warcraft, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even with all of that investment, I still didn't shed a fucking tear physically when I ended up having to leave the game because the developers were just not giving me what I wanted. The game was going downhill, in my opinion, and it died, right? For me, anyway. Same thing with, let's say, Mass Effect, okay? Mass Effect, bro, you guys know, I've told this story many times. With Mass Effect, I lost my shit, okay? Lost my shit after investing so much time, hundreds of hours into each Mass Effect, only to get to the end of Mass Effect 3 and experiencing that ending after being completely lied to by Casey Hudson. Lost my shit, never shed a tear, okay? I was also, as I explained in my last stream, and I guess I'm going to have to explain it here, I don't think he's going to watch that far, because I think once his emotions got involved, I guess he heard me laughing at people crying, and I guess that was it. He didn't get to the point where I explained all of this. I was heavily invested in Destiny 1. I played Destiny 1 religiously. I even said that Destiny 1, I could acknowledge, was a huge cultural impact for a lot of people. It got people playing games like Destiny that never played games like Destiny before. Okay, I had a Hunter main, hand cannon only, golden gun Hunter main. That was what I played. I love that combo. All right, that's what I did. I played the Crucible quite often. I did a couple of raids and stuff like that. Like, I get it. I was heavily invested in Destiny 1, But then I played about 80 to 100 hours in Destiny 2, and I just decided to check out on it because it wasn't what I remembered it to be, right? And I just felt like it was a glorious DLC that I didn't want to keep investing my time into it, right? So for me, yeah, I only got like 100 hours in Destiny 2 because I was already so invested in Destiny 1. By the time I got in Destiny 2 and realized what was going on, I was like, you know what, I'm good. I'll just move on. I don't have to do this, right? So for me, yes, like to assume anyway. And so this is where I got a little annoyed because just because Destiny never meant anything to you doesn't mean we should be locked down on. Oh my God. Like, so you literally prove that you only got to the point of me, which was in the beginning, by the way, literally the beginning of the video. You only got to the point where I was like laughing at the fact that people are physically crying over this game. You didn't listen to the rest of the video. You checked out and wrote a fucking long ass novel that you could have avoided because you saying Destiny never meant anything to me is bullshit. Because Destiny absolutely did mean a lot to me. The first one, anyway. Like I said, the second one, not so much. But you're not going to sit up here and pretend like Destiny didn't mean a lot to me. I fucking love Destiny. Anyway, you don't understand. People grew up playing Destiny. Where did they start with Halo? Again, people grew up playing Destiny, brother. I grew up playing video games that will make you look like a fucking child. If growing up with Destiny is where you grew up, I'm well ahead of you, brother. So you're not going to sit here and pretend as if I haven't been playing video games and being heavily involved in certain video games for a long ass fucking time and grew up on video games that have died before my eyes. You're not going to World of Warcraft, EverQuest. I've seen multiple MMORPGs that I was heavily invested in. Tabula Rasa. All right, the list goes on and on. Even EverQuest 2. Although EverQuest 2, I think I only have like 700 hours in. I really wasn't that super invested in that one. But EverQuest 1 I was. Anyway, the point is, if you're trying to say I don't understand growing up on Destiny, you got to be out of your fucking mind, bro. But anyway, you must not be a long-time viewer. And they start with Halo, then they move on to Destiny, where they start with Destiny and stayed with it. Some people even got married, meeting their spouse through Destiny. And yes, I did play Star Wars Galaxies. Fucking love that. I got stories for days if you want to ever talk about Star Wars Galaxies. RIP to my giant bunny that I still to this day don't understand how I got that bunny. All I know is I had a giant bunny and I ended up taking it to an inn where there was people like role-playing lap dancing in the inn, and I brought the bunny in there and blocked the character of the person lap dancing, and then somebody was like cursing me out in the messages saying, "Get the fucking bunny out of it." It was insane. It was insane. Anyway, I got stories for days about that. So, anyway, so guys, like people meet up in World of Warcraft. There's people that have got married in World of Warcraft. There's people that have got married in from other video games as well. Final Fantasy. I know of some people that got married from somebody in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 11 anyway. The point is, I understand if you met your spouse through Destiny and shit like that, but brother, again, spouse, kids, whatever, fine. But you really crying over the death of a video game? Me personally, I will never understand. I feel like I'm allowed to have that opinion. I just will never understand it. No matter how attached I am to a video game, I'm not about to fucking physically cry over a video game. You know? And again, that's me. And I even said in the video, I'm like, listen, if that's you, that's fine. I just will never personally understand it. That's all I said. But then I got greeted by this long fucking message for saying that, but apparently that made me a grifter or something? Like, whatever. I don't take the claims of grifters seriously. I haven't for years, bro. I haven't for years. I play way too many video games. I've been in gaming for way too long for me to take anything people like that say seriously. But I just find it to be funny. So anyway, some people got married, had kids, some shared moments playing Destiny with their kids. Many made friends they otherwise would have never made. No matter the reason, people are upset. There's a fond memory. Again, people have a right to be upset. It's okay. I never said that people cannot be upset. I never said people can't have a problem with the fact that the game is not getting supported anymore. All I said is that people have to understand that all online video games come to an end. Okay? All online video games come to an end, whether it's by your decision or not. And you have to be mentally ready for that. No matter how much of time you have invested in the game, all I said is that you have to be ready for it. That's really it. And the fact that you're crying over it tells me that you weren't ready for it. That's all I'm saying. And it's not just for personal reasons why Destiny meant so much to people. When you're a part of something for over a decade or nearly a decade, that something becomes part of your identity. Whether you're, okay. I played World of Warcraft for fucking years, bro. Years. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for over a decade. I don't go around telling me, part of my identity is a Final Fantasy 14 player. Nah, bro. Never. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just like, you're not, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for how many years now? When did 1.0 come out? Let me look it up. Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. When did 1.0 Final Fantasy 14 release? Oh my god, I can't spell. Holy shit. Oh my god, I fucked up. When did 1.0 Final Fantasy 14? I'm just looking it up real quick. When did 1.0? Okay, the original was released on September 30th, 2010. 2010, motherfuckers. Okay? What year is it now? 2026. Okay? 2026, bitches. All right? That is 16 fucking years in that game. I've seen that game go from 1.0 all the way to what it is now. And I'm still not crying at the fact that I'm probably going to end up quitting that game if the next expansion is absolute garbage, okay? So I don't understand. Again, it's just me personally. That's all. So to pretend like I've never been attached to something, brother, 16 fucking years, bro. I literally shit on your decade. I'm almost at 2 decades. And that's the most recent game. Anyway. Something over a decade. When you're part of something over a decade, that's something that becomes part of your identity. Whether you're a day one raider, a PvPer, lore teller, maybe you own merchandise. Okay. Brother, do you want to go over all the books that I have for World of Warcraft? Do you want to go over all the novels that I have for World of Warcraft? Do you want to go over all the art books that I have for World of Warcraft? Do you want to go all the novels and books and art books that I have for Final Fantasy 14? Because I have them. I would upload them to my manga channel if they were manga, but they're not. But I have them. The fuck? Destiny meant something to us. That's why we grieve over it, but that's also why we fight for it. You could fight for it. I'm about to help you fight for it right now by putting out the petition in a second. I got you, brother. Don't worry about it. This grifter's going to put your link out there. Because if it's Destiny's taught us anything, is that every encounter has a final stand, and that guardians make their own fate. Bro, there are video games that have showcased that ideology well before Destiny. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe Destiny is the one that showed you, and that's great. But there are plenty of games that have had this idea well beforehand. Okay, that's flexing. It's not flexing. If it was flexing, I would show it off, but I don't. I just keep it in my private collection. But I have a lot. I have a lot of World of Warcraft books, art books, even Diablo books, StarCraft books. I got StarCraft books, motherfuckers. I got Elder Scrolls books, Elder Scrolls novels. I got a lot of that shit. Anyway, I don't know if we could save the franchise, but none of us ever blame Bungie or Sony for why Destiny met its downfall. Why not? No, we all blamed... What the fuck is this? Parsons? What the... Parsons? Who is this? Pete Parsons? Oh, the CEO of Bungie. Wait, so you don't blame Bungie or Sony, but you blame the CEO? For using acquisition funds to buy classic cars, gutting the company from within before finally leaving the company when it could no longer sustain his lifestyle. So, wait a second. I'm a little confused. So, to my knowledge, he bought, with his own bonus, he bought a bunch of classic cars. I don't believe he used company money to buy classic cars. To my knowledge, he utilized the bonus that he gained to buy classic cars. So why are you angry over what this man did with his own money? Is it because he has a ton of money and you feel like it should have gone back to the company? Listen, with all due respect, if you think that the money that Parsons used to go buy his classic cars, if you think that that money would have saved Bungie or Destiny or any of that, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. But if he did use company money to go buy the classic cars, well, that's really gay. You know, you shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't do that, but it wouldn't have saved the company anyway. Because guess what? The company still would have made Marathon anyway. It still would have made Marathon anyway. They still would have been blowing money left and right. They would have still overhired during COVID. All that stuff would have still happened. All of that would have happened regardless. And then here's the best part. Maybe instead of disrespecting us, it was clearly, guys, it was disrespect. It was disrespect to try to find a connection with Destiny players. It was disrespect to basically say that I don't understand why people are physically crying over a video game no matter how attached they are. It was disrespect to say that I also understand the impact that the game had and why people are so invested in it. I get that. It's also apparently disrespectful to say that I was a hardcore Destiny 1 player. I even mentioned the character that I had, the gun build that I have, the spec that I had, and everything. It was so disrespectful to do all of that. Having a different opinion is super disrespectful. Ouch. You can reach out and hear our stories instead of just grifting. Oh, I love it, bro. Say it again. Grifting off the death of a game you didn't have any attachment to. Wow. A game that I had no attachment to. Gotta love it, brother. Gotta love it. You know, I just love that you are talking about disrespect, but you assumed literally everything. Because everything you mentioned, everything you complained about, everything that you literally said was addressed in the video. And had you watched the whole video instead of getting emotional at the first claim that I made about the tears being made, you would have realized that you're talking to somebody who did have an attachment to Destiny. It may not have been as long as some of you, but are we really going to start arguing over whether or not 1,000 hours is any worse than 3,000 hours? It doesn't matter, brother. Like the amount of, once you get to a certain amount of hours, you were clearly somebody who was invested in the game. That is a lot of time spent on a video game. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of fucking effort. What the, like, I hate when people do the, well, you didn't spend as much as me on the game, so your opinion doesn't matter. What? What are we doing? Like, sure, maybe you could say that about Destiny 2, because at the end of the day, like I'm very honest. I told you, I only played like 80 to 100 hours. I don't remember the exact number, but it's not as much as Destiny 1. But I didn't play that much of Destiny 2 because I was already checked out at that point. Like, I felt like Bungie kind of didn't really give me what I was looking for in Destiny 2. You know? But other than that, yeah, I mean, I agree. Anyway, so he goes over the petition showcasing that it has 193,000 signatures. So guess what? We're going to go over that today. He wants me to hear the voices and to hear the stories and to understand why people are physically crying. Okay. Again, it's not going to change my mind over the physically crying over a video game thing. I could understand being sad. And again, I don't know like how much I have to explain this, and I feel like they do understand it, but emotions are so high right now that they're purposely misrepresenting it. Anyway, if you're sad over a game dying, that's perfectly fine. If you're upset or angry over a game dying, that's also perfectly fine. If you're upset at the company for killing the game when they chose to support their other game that they have right now, that's also perfectly fine. I just don't get the crying part. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. I don't get the crying part, but that's me. It doesn't mean you got to be like me. If you want to let one out, you want to cry up a storm, have at it, brother. Have at it. I'll never tell you you can't do that. I'm just saying I don't understand it. That's all it is, bro. Anyway, let's hear what some of these people have to say, because they've been saying some stuff, okay? I'm going to go to the videos. Let's check out the video. Here we go.
Signing this petition is worth a shot. So many Guardians called this game home, and through challenges and triumphs they've all faced in their own lives and in the game, we've all grown together as a community. and hopefully this works. Hopefully we get to see a continuation of the game, of the franchise we called home, that goes beyond just being a game. It was a second home for all of us.
So I understand that. Totally get that. Yeah, he sounds really broken. I get all that. I get the disappointment. But you also, for me, it's like I could never let sadness take over me when the reason for Destiny being in the place that it is the same company that gave you Destiny, right? And I have to question all these people, 200,000 plus people signing this petition, 51,000 signed it today. There are more people that signed it today than were playing the game concurrently for the past year or two. I just want you to think, just remember that in your mind. 51,000 people showed up to sign up today. There's not even 51,000 people playing the game concurrently right now on Steam. And by the way, there is 18 to 30 some odd million people that have Destiny 2 in their library. So I just question. It just looks a little weird. Concurrent is not total overall. Yes, Saint Jason, I understand it. I'm the one that teaches people that 9 out of 10 times about Steam. I get that. The point is, when you have 18,000 some odd concurrent players, and that only happened recently because a week or so ago, there was about 9,000 concurrent players on Destiny 2 at any given time, maybe 10,000. Ask me how I know. It's because we were looking at it about a week or two ago. Right? We were looking at it about a week or two ago, so I know the numbers. When you have that, again, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be a massive amount of numbers. 18 to 19,000 concurrent on Steam right now probably equates to maybe about 35, 40,000 overall for the day. Especially when you start to question, okay, these numbers are massively skyrocketing right now, which means people are purposely not logging off because they want to showcase to Bungie that there's still some life to this game. You know? That's 200K players per... No, it's not. No, it's not, brother. 18,000 concurrent players on Steam is not 200,000 players for the day. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close. At best, maybe 50,000. You're not at 200,000 players across different time zones. That's not happening with 18,000 concurrent players. Even if you wanted to say 100,000, maybe. Even then, I'm going to say probably not. But 200,000, you're not even close. But in any case, let's see what this guy has to say.
I've been playing since the D1 Alpha.
That's
and
a
what
good
started
ass
as a
microphone,
game to pass
brother.
the time became over 10 years of memories, friendships, raid races, late nights, and one of the best MMO communities I've ever experienced. Destiny got a lot right and a lot wrong, but there's still nothing else like it. With Sony backing it, a fresh start could be incredible. You could even just call it Destiny Legacy, bring back every raid from D1, D2, all the dungeons, and just preserve its history.
I think it's fucked up that they took so much content away from Destiny, and then the excuse that they made as to the reason why they took it away, I think it's really fucked up. And I've said that many times over, which kind of makes me happy that I abandoned Destiny and Destiny 2, because it was so, what, like when Kata explained that to me, I was like, really, dude, that's fucking retarded, you know?
I'd buy that day one.
He'll buy that day one. All right, that's fair. Let's see what we got.
It's just not a game. It's more than that. It's a place where people can express themselves and be themselves and play with each other. This is where I met my close online friends, and we're together bonded because of Destiny. And I would be so sad if that dream can stop just because people got greedy. I really would like for this to continue.
That's fair. That's fair. So that's the only videos that I could see. Again, I understand where these people are coming from. I totally get it. Again, I'm not, I don't know why people like, they get so mad when I say I just don't understand the tiers aspect. See, this is fine. This is normal, I guess, if you want to call it normal. I think it's a little far, but whatever. But people being upset over a game dying, fine, whatever. Especially if you've been playing over 10 years, I get that. I get that. But this whole, like, I just feel like people are taking it to a whole nother level. Saint Jason says 200K divided by 12. 16K, that's 2 hours per time zone. Again, Saint, what I'm trying to tell you is that people are logging in and staying logged in Destiny 2 more so unnaturally than any other game right now because they're trying to bolster the numbers. So whatever standard math, I'm telling you right now, it's not 200,000. Can I prove it? No. Can you prove it? No. So we're at a standstill at this point. Shit like this is why I stick to single player games. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I get it, but realistically, I think what will serve the community better would be to channel that energy into anger towards Bungie and to try to get them to realize their mistake. Because again, if this person would have watched my video, they would have realized that even I said it was a mistake for them to do this. It's a mistake for them to do this. It's a mistake for them to give up Destiny for Marathon. It's an absolute fucking mistake to do that. Because you are, like, the install base for Destiny 2 far exceeds by a long shot the install base for Marathon. It's not even close. And yes, I understand that Marathon is pay to play. I get that. $40, whatever, versus Destiny being free to play now. I understand that. But you made money with Destiny over the years that it's been available. You should have focused on trying to bring people back. That long-ass 8-page list that you gave for Marathon, you should have did that for Destiny. And I think people would have came back. I think you would have had a good amount of numbers from people playing Destiny. And if it was good content that they would have been excited for, I think they would have came back. Personally. Now, let's check the Steam DB really quick to see how the game is doing. Because I haven't checked since yesterday. So let's see how this goes. Let's check Destiny 2. Whoops, not Crimson Desert. We don't want to do Crimson Desert. Destiny 2. All right. So the 24-hour peak is pretty much what it was yesterday. If anything, it's slowly falling down. So we got 18,991 concurrent players right now for Destiny 2. And again, just to remind people, the install base. Anywhere from 19 million to 37 million people have Destiny 2 in their libraries, right? Demon Carroll says, let's be fair, Destiny 2 ain't free. It's like a drug, the first. You get what I'm saying, though. Like, the entry point into Destiny is a lot easier than the entry point going to Marathon. That's all I'm saying, okay? 18 to 37 million people have it in their account, right? Marathon, not so much. Marathon is actually it's going lower. 11,074 concurrent players with an install base of anywhere between 855,000 and 1.41 million. Right? So I think it's a bad mistake. And if you go to the Marathon forums, Marathon's better than Destiny. No one likes Destiny anymore. Look no further than Destiny Rising. This rivalry needs to stop. Toxic as fuck. Goodbye, Destiny. Marathon wins. Haters are in shambles. This is the Marathon forums, okay? The Destiny forums, kind of ridiculous how everyone's having a meltdown. The end was written in stone after several markers in stone selling to Sony. Bungie hiring a bunch of purple-haired woke-tard women. Oh, my God. Destiny 2's grave. Let's see. I've always wondered why Bungie handled vaulted content this way. Marathon killed Destiny. Do you think that's true? Destiny 2 is a top-selling game. USA ranked 28 this week. Okay, but the thing about that is that top-selling for free-to-play games only means the amount of downloads. It doesn't actually mean anything else other than the amount of downloads. So that doesn't mean too much. Unless microtransaction DLC gets counted towards that, which I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure if that does for Steam. So I won't comment on that. But I do know it factors in downloads, right? So where's the demand for publicly available server code? I see a lot of new low-level players. Game keeps crashing hard. Anyone else actually excited now? Imagine Microsoft buys Bungie back and we get both Halo and Destiny 3. Brother, you are coping. You are coping! Destiny 2 is dead. Which games are you planning to play? It ain't over till it's over. I respect it. Listen, I'll tell you this. I think it's fucked up what they're doing to Destiny players, okay? I do. Hopefully this person gets to this part because unfortunately he didn't get to this part during the last video that I made. And let's be real, probably he's not going to get to this part. But I'm on the side of Destiny players. I think that they should get their game supported. I think that killing Destiny 2 in order to fully support Marathon only is a really stupid fucking decision. I think that's dumb. And I think what's going to ultimately end up happening, which we all know is going to happen, is that Marathon is also going to die, right? Bungie doesn't have the money to support both video games right now, and they chose to support Marathon over Destiny. But in my opinion, I think it's only a matter of time before Marathon dies as well. And now, Marathon players will be celebrating right now, but they're not going to be celebrating a year from now if it keeps going the way that it's going, right? So I think it's only a matter of time before Destiny players get their vengeance. But all that's going to do, this civil war, all it's going to do between Destiny and Marathon, it's going to kill them both. That's it. That's all that's going to happen. It's going to kill both of these video games right before our eyes, and Bungie's going to end up as, with the dodo birds. That's really what's going to happen. So it's kind of sad to see this go down the way that it did, but really it's both of them just killing each other off. That's really what it is. And we haven't even gotten to the first wipe in Marathon. Wait till we get to the wipe in Marathon. Wait till those players that have never played an extraction game before realize what's going to happen. Because there are a lot of people that play these games that don't pay attention to the updates. There's a lot of people that play these games that don't pay attention to the news. I guarantee you, when that first wipe happens, you might see a player bump initially from people that just want to play on an even playing field, but it's going to go away pretty quickly, and you're going to be right back to where you were, if not less. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it just seems like Marathon is not long for this world, and Bungie, they're very lucky that their legacy means a lot to Sony, because if it wasn't for their legacy, they would be joining all the other studios that Sony just recently closed down. And it's a lot. It's a lot of studios. Microsoft, too. Microsoft has been closing down a lot of studios recently. It's crazy. They buy up all these studios to compete with each other, and then they fucking destroy them almost immediately. When's the wipe coming? I think it's pretty soon. I think it's like a couple weeks away. Maybe. Something like that. So we'll see what ends up happening, but that's basically it. Again, I have no anger towards this person that didn't watch my video but then assumed everything. I'm used to it by now. All right, I'm being on YouTube. I'm used to people pretending like they know everything about my content, but they don't actually know. I'm used to it. It's fine. I just wanted to address the allegations of not being passionate about anything, because that's completely fucking horseshit. And you just made yourself look retarded in the meantime. Because I could talk about video games that are much older than whatever video game that you personally love right now, or have loved for however many years. If Destiny was what got you into MMORPG style gameplay, you're a child in comparison. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Don't get mad at me. So that's it. But yeah, I'm very passionate about video games, man. Let's talk about Star Wars Star Wars Galaxies was one of those video games that confused the fuck out of me, bro. It really did. It was one of those games that you would just run around and get lost in all the time.